What's up? Today I'm going to talk about 5 different ways to manual. So the cool thing about manuals is you can do them anywhere. You don't have to necessarily just do it on a ledge. You can do it out of a ramp, over the flat area of a ramp, and back into a ramp, back off a ledge. You can do them anywhere, just in a flat parking lot. You can see how many parking blocks you can manual. So I'd practice just doing a manual on the flat ground before I try to ollie into it or do any trick on it. So to do this, you're just bending your front knee. Your back knee might bend a little bit, but then you're just kind of lock in place. Try to keep your arms kind of straight and just hold it. So your upper body is leaning forward a little bit as your weight is back on your back foot. Your upper body is leaning forward a little bit to just kind of compensate for, you can't just lean back and put your weight in the back, or you're doing this. You have to kind of lean forward a little bit just to hold the board in place. Just make sure your knees are bent. Most concrete parks are great parks for manuals. Here you've got a lot of flat, then you've got a lot of bank ramps and stuff like that, and that just gives you just so many opportunities to be creative with your manuals. So this first one is a fun one. The wax is actually melting off the ledges because it's over 90 degrees. So this is going to be a nose slide manual. So this is a easy one because when you're coming off of the nose slide, you land on your back truck, your back wheels first anyway. So you do the nose slide, you start to fall off, and you just hold this. So you just lock your feet. As soon as you fall off of the ledge, all your weight's in the back, your front foot's just kind of holding it there. And then you might have to wiggle around if you've lost a lot of speed. So yeah, you just turn off, lock your feet. Your front knee's bent, your back knee's a little bent, but kind of straight, and you just hold it. With all these manual tricks, it's gonna look better if at the end of the manual, you have something to actually fall into, like a ledge to fall off of. That's gonna look a lot better than if you're just doing the manual and then you just put it down at the end. It's gonna look like you kind of failed at the manual if you're not going to a distinct, certain point. So if you have a ramp to go into or a ledge to go off of, that's gonna make it look better. So with that last trick and this next one, I had a ramp leading up to it. That's gonna make it easier. It's easier to go up a ramp into a manual than it is to ollie up a ledge and then land in a manual. Because when you're ollieing up a ledge and landing in the manual, you've got all that pressure from ollieing up and down on something, just wanting to force your wheels down. So coming up a ramp, it's gonna take a lot of that pressure off. So this next one is gonna be a half cab manual. So I'm coming up fakie, and when I get almost to the top of the ramp, I'm just gonna pop a little half cab, and then again, lock my feet in place and try to lock my arms in place too. You don't want your arms swimming around too much because that's actually gonna put you off balance. So you wanna land in it and be kind of stiff and solid and just hold it. And again, you're gonna wanna go towards either a ramp or off a ledge so it looks like it's a legit trick. So this is a good spot for the next two because you got a ramp and then you've got a ledge and then another ramp. The ramps are making this much easier. So this one is gonna be coming up this ramp and getting into a nose manual across this ledge and then just popping it into this ramp right here. So for the next one, I want to do the same thing, a nose manual, but I want to add a shove it. So when you're starting to get to the end of the ledge, you're in that nose manual, you just kind of swing it around. So just kind of take your back foot and you swing it around and scoop a little bit with your front foot and then land and roll away. The nose manual shove is probably the easiest trick you can do out of a manual. It's easier than just a regular manual shove or anything like that. So the next trick is going to involve a quarter pipe. It's just doing a little half and then bonking back in or doing a disaster in. The little disaster in would be easier on this ramp because it's really mellow. For me, it's easier to hold a manual when I'm turning front side. For some reason, carving the other way, doing a manual and carving the opposite way is a lot harder for me. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, I've got a lot more videos on this channel, so scroll through some of my older videos, check those out, and stay tuned, hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.